I gotta learn how to really wrap my head too. I like that.
Yeah. Yes, please come in.
Real quick and easy. I don't like to
Good.
be cold, and
I ain't
it's
no
better
problem
than
with
the hat for
that.
the cold for the winter time.
Love it. All right, that's how the live starts off.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's the last interruption here because, yeah, now I'm gonna have to turn this off. Like, why? Why now? Because y'all know, y'all already see what's happening right here, right now.
Right
Right
now.
now. And we told y'all yesterday, we're not going to be playing with y'all no more like that. We're not playing. We're gonna make this, we're gonna make this finale for y'all. And then see you when we see you. Because
Thank
for
you.
a year straight and for the last month, we've been bringing it to you. All kinds of shit you ain't heard before on no other fucking platform. And we know this because we listen to all the other platforms.
Yeah.
And so we know what we're doing is different and special. And we've been pouring our hearts and information, our knowledge, our personality, our attitudes, our ups, our downs, health with you for a whole
Mhm.
damn year.
Yeah.
For a whole damn year. And um, I know a lot of you appreciate us, although, you know, we'd like to see it in numbers, preferably the Cash App. I told you a year ago to fire your pastors and let them know we're going to Yahsinn in the house with our tithings. Nobody did it. You know, a few people gave with their hearts, and we always acknowledge them. I promise you, when we shout out, we shouting out. When we stop talking and shout out, we're shouting out. And so you know who you are. And but you know, we're not punishing you or anything, but you won't be seeing this a lot after tonight. And for that reason, we gotta go get a job.
Yeah. See?
I can imagine someone wanting to hire me. When I was in the real world and I was on the job, I moved up like pretty damn quickly, you know. And those who were my supervisors gained motherfucking promotions like a motherfucker. And I promise you, I'm not lying. Call Whirlpool and ask them about Crescentia Grant. Otherwise than that, Charbe and Salima are going to take over the show. I'm going to make sure. All right. And either one at any time can say what the fuck they want to say, however they want to say it. If you think that's harsh, then twist your brain around and get the meaning out of it. Because it's love. It's tough love sometimes, harsh love sometimes. And I know I done cussed a Christian out or two for about 5, 6, 10 years or so, but I'm sorry. And I want you to come to my channel um, next year when you wake the fuck up. Otherwise than that, this is the motherfucking disclaimer. Sensitive, low mind mofos don't come here tonight. Not tonight. And with that being said, um, the true goddess in the house, our guest, Charbe, gets to go first. Salima's a host and a co-host and channel. Charbe, take it.
Survey in the house.
Yeah.
In the house. Yeah. I am here. Yeah, I enjoy coming here. Is that as uh, I said that I was saying beforehand, and you didn't hear that part. Um, I do appreciate both of these goddesses because they bring true knowledge to the forefront, and they make it simple. And if you have a problem with understanding, write it down, and then go back over it. Then begin to look things up and figure out within yourself what's going on. But that's all I got to say. The knowledge is here. So grab some.
Gratitude, gratitude.
Mhm.
Greetings and salutations to the bloodline. I am Salima Ellis. As always, you can find me on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook at Salima Ellis. You can always find me on YouTube at Yahsinn in the house, baby, for sure. You can also find me on Facebook under my school page, Universal Mind School of Evolution. And you can also find me on Instagram at Salima Ellis. So yes, tonight we're going to get back to the topic of the keys to great health, and we're going to be bringing it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
And not just keys to great health. We're going to talk about this realm, which Salima has been bashing you all kinds of laws and secrets of this realm that you may never had noticed. And keep it in mind when you on YouTube land out there and you hear them talking about organs versus organics or the Mother Earth as an organism and what she supplies to this realm, that's all Salima. I'm telling you. Yeah, they watched the show and then they got a topic about it later.
Mhm.
Okay. So we have been paving the way for the matriarchs and calling ourselves that, like a mug, along with goddesses that we are. We know who we are. We know how this realm that we're in functions, or at least we've committed our lives to studying it, and that makes us real philosophers in this house, self-proclaimed or otherwise, still philosophers.
Yes.
And so anything that we say is with not just thought, but it's with, I'm going to speak for me and maybe misspeak for Salima and Char, but I know I've got like 10,000 hours of study time under my belt. And that's
Mhm.
why nothing I say makes sense to you because I'm using all of the sciences that I've studied and looked at. I'm using biology. I'm sorry you don't know how your body works or your mind works or this earth works, this realm and this universe. Although the majority of the people that's going to hear this video, shout out to Michael Passio, I am Wisdom Faith in the motherfucking house.
Yeah.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings and salutations.
Yes, I told you we'll break sentence for this.
Yes.
And so, and what I'm on is the information that we've been sharing in the manner that we've shared it. Personality and all. We opened our hearts. I promise you, we've had those scenes where we were passionate because that's what we do. That's what we believe. Okay, and so we build shit and we destroy shit like real goddesses do.
That's right.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
create life and we kill shit and start new lives of new things, unbeknownst that it's us that's traversing this realm and doing things and making these changes. You want to understand what's going on today? Well, then tune in.
That's right.
We got the truth.
Right.
We here. We'll tell whatever truth in order for you to grab that and maybe envision your
Mhm.
own scenario. That means you just did critical thinking. We're done. We're done
Mhm.
here. I'm done because that's all I ever wanted was you to think. And
Yep.
so
Greeting. Yeah.
any matriarch at any time bust in and say anything you like before we get started on the video that we're gonna review.
Okay. I want to say greetings and salutations to the chat. I am Winston's Faye.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Passio, gratitude. Thank you for the donations, definitely.
Mhm.
Naleki Sabaho, gratitude. We love it when you guys come on through with your knowledge. Hey, So before we start the video, last night I spoke about certain countries uh, getting rid of certain elements on the periodic table. Now, at the time, I didn't have the information, but if you go back to the video, this goddess above me right here, the goddess Char, she put the new rare elements that they just presented to the periodic table in the chat. So please go check that out because she put those elements up. I'm sure if we Googled it, would it also come up, goddess?
Yes, it's
I'll try to
some of
make sure we do that before the show is out. But
Oh
for
yes, you sent
sure,
it to me in Messenger.
the
um
elements has been named now, and they are new rare elements.
yeah,
What's
they
up,
are new.
y'all? Tell me that I'm playing because I mentioned months ago how they were going to drop these other old minerals and elements from the periodic table, and now they're doing it and bringing forth the new rare elements ones.
Right. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was a
So
video.
gratitude, goddess. I thank you for that. Thank you for bringing the name and the presentation of those elements.
Um
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm finna get the names now. I'm looking at Sherry Berry. Ooh, right here. All right, let me share my screen so y'all can see. She tapped out. Boom, right back. I'm finna share my screen and show what those elements are.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
gratitude. Yes.
Now, keep in mind, I don't know what the meaning of them. I haven't really studied that, but I had read somewhere that, well, I had read that, I don't know if it was India or China that were getting rid of the periodic table altogether. One of them, but I don't
Wow.
know. So
All together
that's
and create
what
a new one. Then they're gonna create a new one. Then
yeah, is they're creating a new one. But
where the fuck it just go? Oh,
I
it's over here. Boom, right here. You
Salima,
see
I
it?
don't where.
I'm a. It's in blue now. Hold on, let me see if y'all see that.
I don't see.
Hey, let me see if I'm on the right screen. Then present.
Mm,
Let me
I
see
don't
it.
see.
Okay, I'm redoing the screen share. I had the wrong screen. I have
Okay.
Facebook screen, so that's gone.
So, and with you saying that, goddess, I'm curious now as to whether or not how many of those so-called new elements and on the new revised periodic table are going to be actually natural elements, and how many are going to be synthetic elements. Because we
Right.
don't realize a lot of that was already on the periodic table was synthetic, which means it didn't make the periodic table unless it was something that they could do something with.
Yes, and
So
it's probably GMO'd.
right.
Probably.
So
Probably.
I can't wait to get to study that, whatever it is,
See,
that new periodic, the part of the new periodic table. That's gonna be deep.
here's the deal. Here's what I've been finding out. Everything, every article, every new article or publication that they do, it's all their accomplishment that they want us to know that they did. So we see a new thing without seeing the article that they wrote about it, and we think that that's nature and that's God.
Right.
True,
Right.
true nature can recreate itself and add things to it, but some of that stuff don't be nature. And the nature things, they're only like writing about it if they've tampered, because
Yep.
otherwise, in that, it's really of no use to them unless they can take it and do something with it, whether in technological terms or whatever, bio warfare, whatever they're doing, making new foods, making
Uh
new entities,
mhm.
making new
That's it.
humans, making new humans. They're always fucking around and tampering with shit.
Yep.
Keep that in mind. So before you go, oh my God, no, them.
No, you need to look it up. You need to look it up. You need to know what it is, what it's used for. And
Do
before
your
you,
due diligence.
right, that's your responsibility as um, a being,
Yeah.
is to know what's going on, because they can sell you anything. They've been selling us anything, and we accept it like it's the truth, and it's not always the truth. It's a lie, you know.
Nowhere near the truth.
Right. So I don't know anything about them. I just posted them, but I had read some time ago. But I think it was with you, maybe, Salima, that you posted it somewhere, and I may have looked at it and then looked it up. And then that's when I found you put an article. And I think I read it. And well, I'm pretty sure it was you. But
Right,
that's
right. Because I did. Me and the goddess had done one on education, homeschooling, and we
mhm,
had talked about how they certain countries were dropping certain elements off the periodic table,
yeah.
and they were going to put out what the new rare elements were, but they just hadn't done it yet. I guess at the time I had put the article out, and everybody
Mhm,
was like, "How can you just?" I'm like, "Listen, those contracts are fulfilled, or they've depleted and now because we are perpetually oscillating harmonic beings,
mhm.
now we have the new elements in play, but we got to be careful what they call elements also. That could be something synthetic, and that might be something we don't want to
Exactly.
be really messing around with."
Right. Yeah, it's like, what is that mineral? What is it that you said we don't need? What is it? Begins with a C, Salima. That we
Calcium.
calcium that we don't need as
Right.
mel- as melanated folks, but we've
Yeah,
been
and
told.
some of their fake protein ass shit too.
Yep,
Yeah.
we don't
Dr.
need
Stady
it.
warned us of that what is protein?
Mhm.
Right.
Where is it on the fucking element, the table of elements? Where is it on the periodic table? And
Right.
he could find it, and Yaki comes along and agrees that the protein ain't what we think it is.
That's right. That's right. Because
It's
they.
just what you call kinetic energy, and they're going to say that the meat is the kinetic energy, that nothing else gives us kinetic energy, but that's not true.
And
No,
they're not going to tell you that they can 3D print the meat.
ain't that a bit? That's something
You
I
think
seen.
they can't? You can't. You think they can't? Google it
Oh,
right now. 3D
they
print
can.
meat. Do I have to do it for you? Check it out. Here's these elements. Charbet told us that changed already.
Mhm.
Um, there's a one with the code name NH, and it's nihonium, moscovia, that's MC,
Mhm.
tennessine, that's TS, and organism, that's OG. Those are elements number 113, 115, 117, and 118. The four new elements have just been given names, and that's what I just read you from the goddess Charbet digging in, doing her due diligence to this consciousness realm.
We got the best pet channel and of student teachers in the world. I'm telling you, got through
Right.
attitude. Because
Yeah.
you really backed up what I have been talking about for months now as a homeschooler, that the
Mhm.
educational system is changing in other countries, but yet we still not changing. They
Right.
still giving our kids the same bogus, but this has already changed. Who knew this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in the news. It's not in our schools here. I
To
know it's not here. So what is the deal? The
Yeah,
things.
what is the deal?
Yeah, it is.
gratitude for that. I thank you. I love it when we can back each other up with good, positive facts and knowledge. Bring it on.
A juicy
Oh yeah.
And if I'm wrong, correct me too. But I always try to come with the truth of the facts.
Yeah, that's that.
You gonna roll up a blunt? Roll up, baby. I want to smoke. Shit. What's that right there? Oh, I'm sorry. You still alive?
So check this out. check this out. And we are going to come with the facts. We're going to always be factual and actual. So you see this? Let me see if y'all see
Take
it.
your time, baby.
While
Y'all
obtaining
see this?
regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef, redefined meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein,
I'm going to start from the beginning. Sorry. Here we go.
Out of where?
a
Out of
juicy
where?
sizzling steak, made by computer. While obtaining regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef, redefined meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new, but unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, redefined meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
The texture feels right. Even the smell smells like the real thing. Really authentic. For me, it's revolutionary.
This is Inside Edition Digital.
Think I'm lying? Nah. Y'all eating 3D printed ass shit. We are, let me say.
And
it ain't new. It's just new to us.
They gave a demonstration like that here at our science center. So I know it's real. They doing it at the science centers. They teaching, they getting the kids ready. That's why they got them coding so that they can code out meat.
yes, perhaps human meat too. I hate to say it though, but yeah, perhaps. When I was in China, I watched a printer, 3D printer print out. It didn't print out meat, but it printed out plastic. And during that time, it took a long time for it to print it out. And then they actually put it together and it looked like the object that they were trying to make.
Right.
So I know that they've been doing this for a while. They've been doing it for a while. We just now figuring it out that it's in the market because they approved it. Now, I know in some countries, like I think it's in Italy, maybe, and possibly in Spain. I know some of the European countries sort of say have banned this type of meat.
Yeah.
They
Either way, we never know what they're really doing because they've only conveyed things to us through their false advertisements of the television and social media.
Yeah.
So we what they're really doing, we probably won't know for 50 more years. They're always far ahead of us, way far. So all they need to do is like set the narrative for now, and that's what their advertising is about for the now. But really, on a planning scale, they doing this shit was planned out 50 years ago to them. We don't understand how they operate.
Yeah, they're at least 300 years ahead of us.
I'm telling you, always.
At least they plan this stuff and then they set it into motion and they introduce it slowly so that you're not aware because it slips up on you and you're like, where did that come from?
That and the fact that we continue to, I guess, shock them with just how melanated our fucking brain works. And when we do get hip to them, like, I believe we just like bust them out on like a whole bunch of shit that they can't do now. Like your Project Blue Bean, when you try that, that shouldn't work. We've already told y'all they're gonna bring back Jesus or aliens or
I
both.
believe that.
We were saying that 10 years ago. We already knew about Project Blue Bean, so it's not like, oh shit, we can't really do that. Or they know they got that 85% tight, and they can still do anything. It don't matter how fucking busted they are. The 85% are non-thinkers.
No, they're
They're not gonna think that that there's some fuckery going on. They don't care if there's fuckery going on. They just want their games and their Nikes and all that material ass shit. They don't give a fuck about conspiracies or truths or none of that.
Yeah,
none of that is their lives in a positive way.
We already we're in it so deep, and what is it? Cognitive dissonance? I can't say that. Is so deep that when the truth is in our face, we don't recognize it. It's like the truth is stranger than fiction, but it's right there. Almost every that I know of conspiracy theory has been proven as far as I'm concerned right now.
So why is it still bad?
Yeah, it's like they don't get it. They don't get it. It's just like I was talking earlier, and I was talking about how they use our magic against us with the colors. The thing that I love the most is colors. And with our lower chakras, they use red, yellow, and orange in these restaurants. And what does that do? Stimulate your appetite, make you feel hungrier, make you eat faster. They have different attributes with the colors, the vibrations of the colors alone. So it's like they're using every weapon that they can against us. And if we're unaware or we choose not to recognize, then we'll fall into those traps. Just like all these distractions that you were talking about, Salima, yesterday. We're reactive. We're not proactive. We're reactive people. We react. George Floyd, we react when they tell us to.
Yes.
Because they totally control. It's like, do they have control? Yeah, they have somewhat of a control over us because they put something out there in the public and they keep feeding it, and that repetition is what gets it. Then we think it's true, and then we react upon that. Hey, peace to the Shariri.
Peace. Absolutely. Yes. I didn't want to roll past that. We got to give our shouts out.
Yeah.
Sabajo in the house. I Am Wisdom Faye, of course, is in the house. And who was that carried us last week? I mean, yesterday. But anyway, peace to everybody in the house right now. All of those who are going to chime in later or watch this show later, this one's for you. We hope to entertain you with the truth, of course. And like I said, it might be some time before we get like this again, or if we feel like it tomorrow, we'll do it again. It's up to us, but we're planning to do other shit right now or after this show. So we're going to see. I'm sorry, Goddess, you had a beautiful point and you're on point like a bug. If you want to pick up, please go ahead. Peace to the chat. Yeah. Or any goddess.
I mean, we really need to pay attention and think critically about all of this stuff. Where we eat, what we eat, what effect it's going to have to our bodies. All of that. We need to really take note of all of that information before we put anything into your mouth, because anything that I slide into this mouth right here, I'm truly responsible for it, But like I said, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. I have been thinking about what Salima had asked about when she was asking about, she said she wanted to What about solutions? What can we do to it out of this situation, this matrix? And my thing is, we need to stop participating, period, as we can. But we can't, I know everybody can't do it all at once and everything, but we need to cut things away. Like forming, uh, like in every community, in these communities that we have,
Mm-hmm.
there is we should have like a little club, a planting club, or a little class that we teach our students, our children, how to grow, how to make the soil enriched, if we can, and then how to grow vegetables and in our own little community. Why come in the cities we can't have every so many blocks a garden
Mm-hmm.
somewhere inside of a building? Hydroponics. Want to learn, teach the students something, teach them how to build a
Right.
hydroponic system and grow. I mean, if it comes down to that, but teach them. This is how all these students all over the world are beginning to experiment with electricity because they're curious and they're encouraged to keep going. And that is critical thinking to create these kind of things. Big dog, Philly, OG.
Yeah, and some of these names have to be mentioned out there. Michael Phoenix, Michael Passio, Big Dog Philly OG.
Yes, all of you.
Yeah, Cherie Reed, Occupied Turtle Island, and
Mhm.
I Am Wisdom Faye. We have to shout y'all out.
Yes, peace and love to the chat. Peace and love, Michael Phoenix. Big peace and love, Big Dog Philly OG. He had a great panel today. Great discussion topic. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. For real, for real.
Mhm.
And so Salima,
Yes, ma'am.
I promise you're a specialist on this realm.
Yeah.
You probably did more digging than anybody else about the realm itself and how it operates. And soon we're gonna pull up a outside video and examine it, re-examine it. But what you got to say about the realm while we just chit-chatting, waiting for hopefully a special guest, but not really. We just talk like this anyway on a regular. So I don't know if you froze up or you getting ready to pop out again. Meanwhile, Michael Phoenix thinks we should block clubs. Block clubs, but build tribes.
Yes. Yes.
I'll say. Cause black folks ain't gonna never stop getting it on. Partying, associating with each other and having a good time. Those things lift spirits. Back in the days, I would say, and I'm giving my age away, but the late 70s. In the late 70s, all we did was party. And that was with music, dancing, feeling good, associates, everything was good. Nobody had a gun. Nobody was even fighting. Every song, everyone danced. We had to wait for a partner. And we did that like all the damn time. That was what my generation was like to me growing up. All we did was go to concerts and go to parties and have a good time. Danced. We danced. We had names to our dances. Everybody knew the dance. There's always been steppers. Or the professional dancing mugs at the place. But otherwise we just felt good. And that's what we were. What are you doing today, girl? There's a party on. And we went to the party. Now we've been even more distanced from each other. And this is in contrast to the fact that we were at once in unison tribing. Different tribes could kick it together at different times. We didn't need it to be a holiday. Nobody was getting up and punching a clock.
Yeah.
Imagine that. And that was not so long ago, in spite of what y'all might think of the year of 77, 78, 79. Shit, how you think your ass got here? Because we was grooving, we was partying, it was music, and there was love. Nobody wanted to kill anyone.
Yes.
And then something happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna let hopefully Salima can like chime in and finish that off for me. What happened,
Yeah.
Salima?
Well, I don't even know where y'all got off on that part of the conversation because I had to come back, go out, and come back in.
Right. So right, and these conversations might not even be connected. This is me saying now, we were good in the 70s. What the fuck happened? To us as a people.
We were good in the 70s.
No, I'm saying my generation, when I grew up as a child, I'm not talking about the world and the world leaders and all of that fake bullshit and markets and shit.
Right.
I'm saying as children, as people, as a tribe, as Black folks. Even though we're always been under strife, we ain't never been like, since the arrival, we ain't never been that good. But still, there was times when I speak for myself, but I jammed like a motherfucker up through my childhood. That's all I did.
Rosewood.
We went to concerts. We saw Rick James, Parliament, like if they came anywhere near Kalamazoo or South Bend, and that's what we did. And we partied and we jammed and we drank, even though we was underage, and we smoked bud and we were high and we were loving it, and everything was gravy. Now, if that sounds like some fucking far out ass shit to you, I'm telling you, it wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
70s, 50 years ago, I was jamming. Since then, it's been a lonely road. Michael Payton is definitely chiming in tonight. I love it. I love it when the men include their energies into our topics and conversation. Listen, my childhood was great and spectacular as far as I know. Even though there was some fuck shit that had went on, I didn't dwell on that. I moved along, went for the happy feelings and happy times. And that's my recollection of my childhood. Great times. Nobody got kidnapped or came up missing on their way to school. You're on mute, Salima. But
that wasn't my childhood. My neighbors came up missing.
In Detroit, right?
Some of them came up dead. Yeah, as children, it started when we were children.
Yeah, I didn't go to no funerals from 10 to like 25.
So yeah, it was different for me, and that's probably what caused all the stress. Like I feel like I've been stressed since I was a child.
Damn.
For me, of course, I didn't experience that, but I read about Central Park. I read about Rosewood. I read about the one I forgot the other one. Yeah, there are many others where we were doing very well. There was a period in time where we did do well.
Thank you. I know I'm not tripping. All right.
Mm-hmm. There was a period of time where we did.
Yep. The parents did too. They had money, and my dad kept a nice fucking ride. We rode, and when I was 14, and my older sister was like just turned 16, we was riding in a Dodge Charger. A nice ass motherfucker, and that was our everyday car. If we wanted to pull out the 4 LTD2. We did that too. Concert time when we had to drive long ways and shit. We grew up like balling. Not rich or nothing, just my dad raised me and my 2 sisters together. I had to work 2 jobs to do it. Middle class. Not even middle class, really. I promise he probably only made like $12 an hour back then.
Yep.
So, but we jammed. We made
Well,
it.
I can't say I didn't have fun, but I just the demographics that I lived in Detroit, it was different, especially for the children. And we had a BASF plant, like literally maybe like 4 blocks from my house. So it was a lot of illnesses in the community. At one point, they had reported us as like the largest cancer cluster in the world when that BASF was by our house. So yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But I got to travel. I mean, I've traveled from one coast to the other. So I've got to experience some wonderful things, but I also remember the reality and the reality that I see still in my community. Like, yeah.
I am wisdom, yes. Hey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At mid-80s, it changed. That's exactly right. And
wow.
Okay. Around the time that it changed, if I'm not mistaken, crack came out.
Yeah. All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yep.
Whatever they could do. Go ahead, Salima. You seem. But I remember a time in my childhood where neighbors were actually neighbors, and we shared things and had parties, like you said, together. Block parties. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember. And we talked to each other as opposed to text. So we actually had human contact, because you can't tell me you know me and you know how I move about a space by looking at me on the screen. You don't know me.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't tell me you know by that.
Exactly. So the
like
world
I said,
colder, or we just ignored shit. The chat is coming in so fast, I can't even say why.
Oh, it's been hijacked.
So we're right. We were real neighbors back then as well. We knew our neighbors.
We knew.
Yeah,
and
we waited. Hi.
Yep. And look, if you look at that, I don't remember the name of it, but that movie it's about the civil rights movement. And you look at it in each element and these people that were running it and how they corralled us in this open air penal county, colony. But they took specific measures to get us to think in a certain way and move in a certain direction. And it was coordinated, and they used our faces like they do now to do this. Like everything that looked like us ain't us. Everything that said they put an element of a truth into these things, and then they pass it on, and we move. Like I said, the movement. Just look at George Floyd or any of them. Why come we moved on that and nothing else? There were a few other murders during that time. Why come we moved on that? Why were there bricks put in the middle of a street? Why? Because they know how to control us. Talking about manipulate the mind, and we listen, and we think it was our idea.
And the same tired few Black representatives that we do have in that house somewhere, they don't do nothing term after term after term.
And they
You've
sure
been in there
don't
for,
look at
you've been in
us.
there for 4 terms,
Mm-hmm.
and your city is still being trashed by them, your co-workers, your co-Congress people. You can't make them even that shit out a little bit more, and your 3-4 terms. Fire yourself.
Thank
When
you.
I know going to the voting polls isn't gonna matter. That motherfucker is still in there.
Yep.
Fire yourselves. I beg of you. This is to the black congressmen and congresswomen all over this United States of America. Yahsinn begs and urges you to be fired. Yeah, do it yourself. All right, and that's the PSA for them motherfuckers. But yeah, this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
Don't be proud that a black woman got that chair and she didn't do nothing. You didn't change anything. I know we have more power than that. Listen, put me, Charbet, and Salima on in your house of Congress and watch how that bitch blow up and change. Watch how that bitch immediately change.
Like Salima said,
I
break
would-
that.
Perception.
I wouldn't dare.
I'm just saying the idea of what can change and what doesn't change and why it doesn't change, because the people there aren't trying to change it.
Yep.
It's not supposed to change. It's written in stone. I wouldn't dare set foot. I wouldn't dare pretend I'm gonna get something done in that position.
And if that's the case, then don't stand the fuck in line and have someone else do it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Because you notice that the faces that keep coming up are ours. There's somebody behind it, but
and they only really need us to go to the polls. It's like we're so fucking important, yet trivial to them. Like, make up your mind.
That is
we know you need us. We know for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tricksters. That's who they are. They're tricksters. They lie and say whatever you want and make you feel good and think that some of those things are actually going to happen. They have no intention. They already know none of these things are going to happen ever.
And that's why I said I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't
so
dare.
why would it take a whole bunch of terms to even figure that out, though, and say, like, you know what? My vote don't count. I know.
But they gave you Juneteenth.
I thought that was a Milwaukee thing until recently when they just made it a fucking holiday. Like, really? Celebrating this punk ass holiday?
Yeah, they gave you.
Stop it.
They gave you Juneteenth.
For real. Juneteenth Milwaukee's been celebrating Juneteenth since the 70s, and when no other city was or knew what it was.
Right. Up here at we've been celebrating it up here in Idlewild for quite a few decades now. Idlewild.
Mm-hmm.
Idlewild is one of the old strongholds for melanated people.
Idlewild, the movie is wild.
Right, but that ain't a real depiction.
I know.
But
the movie was just.
But yeah, we have our own juke joints, our own after hours. We can do what we want. It's our shit.
Our shit, right? That's the point. Our shit. Our shit.
I don't need you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We show that time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
That we are part of nature. We're as fascinating as anything else on this. In fact, more. We supercomputers.
There you go.
Are we still going to show the video tonight?
Yeah, we're not even an hour in yet. You want me to hook it up?
Yep.
You ready for it?
Oh yeah.
All right, that was a request from the goddess, so you know it's about to get deep. Go get your pen and paper. I'm gonna put it all right now. Let me squeeze a little bit of this lemon.
Upside down.
So we're about to watch a video by Remedy H. He's got his own channel, his own following, but he's presenting another speaker in this video named Gina. I can't remember her full name, but you'll hear it in the video also. And what she speaks about is going to be a jump off to some of what I was talking about when we were speaking about the black sun. And when we as melanated beings, we want to ascend, how we get our coordinates. So I would like for us to listen to this video so that we can all be on point, or at least on the same page, or beginning to understand, because you're probably going to have to go study, but this is it for sure.
You ready for me?
Yes, Goddess.
She's literally talking about she and her people, her species. All right, let's chime in on this real quick.
Energy that is out there, and it's going to do some rattling, you all. It's going to do a lot of rattling. You've got to get yourself prepared for what is here, and it is going to increase. Don't say, oh, it's just going to die. No. It's not going to die down. It's not going to die down. It's like revving up your cars before you take off for that big race. You're getting your cars warmed up. This energy is just getting warmed up, and it is accelerating really, 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 really fast. It's like a tornado turned super tornado. You got to get ready. The energy, the spiritual energy, is going to manifest into the real world. It's already happening. It's happening, and I cannot rule out frequency base. I cannot rule out frequency base causing this. It is a frequency, all right, because you can feel the frequency within your bodies too. You can. You've got to be prepared. The energy is heating up. It's heating up. It's working itself up. You got to go look into the comment sections. You can look around. You'll see it. You'll see it today. You can see.
All right, so you hear her. She's speaking for her species. She's talking about how the energy is revving up. All right, and it's not all of them. There's many of them. Actually, thing about it is you got those who I'll say it like this right here. The awakening happens with every species on the planet. All right, the awakening happens. The awakening is not only for the original beings. The awakening happens for every species on the planet. But here's the key. Here's the kicker here. All right. Though the awakening happens for every species on the planet, the evolution cannot happen. So when this energy comes in and is revving up, for those who are indigenous, it's causing us to ascend. And those who are not indigenous, it causes them to begin to break down. All right. This is what's going on right now at this present moment. All right, let's continue on.
And you're going to feel it really strong, the energy. You're going to see it. You got to try to maintain your balance within you all. You do not want to get off. You do not want to get off centered. Hello, and good afternoon. Don't know. Try to maintain the balance. It's going to be really hard. You got to be there for your family and your children, because if you're feeling it, they're feeling it too. But not everybody's going to feel the energy. Isn't that strange? It's only the certain types of people who are aware that it's out there. It's like the portal that got open with CERN, and those dark entities came out. The dark entity came out. And it was a very dark, evil energy that came out of that CERN portal. That's what the scientists said. That's what they said when the portal got opened. It came out of that. And this tall, dark, shadow-like figure. Your knowledge of us now threatens our existence.
God,
they were going to
pause it there, please.
Those scientists all got sick, and I think they're all dead now. It was a very evil, dark.
Okay, so she's talking about dark energy. I previously talked about this in my Black Sun, Black Moon video, where I talked about us learning how to move about our realm. And one of the things that I talked about is that the humans see our realm in fractals. So when we talk about the keys to good health, mind, body, and soul, this is us learning how to move mind, body, and soul throughout our realm. These are the keys to good health, because we often don't have coordinates. And we often don't have coordinates because we're not honest about what it is we want, because these coordinates move us towards what we want, require, desire, and need. Okay, so when we talk about the keys of good health, I talked about being in solitude, that you have to be aware of self. And one of the keys to good health, we talked about also dreaming in the void, the black void. And the black void, that's that power, that's that powerful energy. And to some people, it's frightening. But for those of us that really know what it is, it's not. It's the solitude that you need that will help you gain your coordinates to where you want to be. Okay. Now, I said before, that's why humans want us. That's why they always offer us coding. You see, they always have black girl code or black boy code, because they want our children to code the AI, because they need to have somebody powerful enough to give them the coordinates. But we have that, but no one has taught us how to utilize that within our mind, body, and soul. So on previous video, we talked about being in solitude, and being in solitude is one of the tools that you need, that you need to utilize to get to where you want to be. You also need magnitude, longitude, altitude, latitude, aptitude, attitude, and fortitude. Now, aptitude is the ability to adapt. See, that's what they program the AI to come up, adaptability, to give you a quick. You have that ability. You have adaptability. That's why you are a perpetually harmonic, oscillating being. Okay? So these are what you need to find your coordinates to where you want to be, and you have aptitude. And it'll teach you how to put everything that I just said together in a way, in a lattice for you. See, we don't know how to do that yet, because we haven't gained the discipline to really sit and breathe and become one within the void, where there's nothing there, where you are your tether. No children, no relationship with your parents, no job. There's nothing there to tether you. Yeah. So now,
Yeah, that was, hey,
these energies, this is the type of coordinates that we have to be on, because like I said, we have to see our realm in whole, not fractals. This is a whole realm. We are whole beings. Fractal, it hasn't gotten it. See, the fractal education we didn't receive, it's not getting it. Go ahead, Goddess.
that's so damn eloquently put. And if you get that, but check this out. That makes perfect sense, because we are fractalized and we are in disharmony right now. However, it makes perfect sense that when we become in harmony together, fractured but in unison and concerted, that's when the energy will reflect.
Yeah.
And that's, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. One got to reach one and teach one, and we have to learn that although we're fractured,
Goddess, you breaking up.
we have to learn.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
We have to learn to be in harmony, and when we start leaning towards that and getting it together, getting some of the beats down, getting some of the things, we'll see change. We'll see change then, and keep at it until we get it right. And we'll know how, because everybody will feel good all the time, be happy as hell, smiling like the spiritual beings we was meant to be.
That's right.
We wasn't put out here to be doing all of that bullshit that we're on.
So this is ascended thinking. This is you going beyond the matrix of just getting in your car going east, north, or west. This is us learning how to take the mind, body, and soul on an adventure where we are the vehicle, we are the best, we are the ship. We are orbiting the realm in a different way now. And we're not just orbiting, we're what we call merging. So if we can, if you goddesses have anything else to add, please add to it, and then let's get back to the video.
I'm gonna see if you can answer this right quick, or you want to wait.
I can't answer that for
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll reveal herself. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And how it looks like.
Hold on.
And it was an evil energy. And I did a video at the pond where I was seeing in my mind's eye this energy, this great big entity. It was like suspended. It was very dark, and there was these golden things around it with big old crystals with lights way deep down underneath the earth, and nobody got near it. And faces were coming through, and it was speaking through all the faces, through all the it was a very, very, very dark, and this dark energy is here right now. It is here, and it is warming up its engines. It's warming up, and it's heating up. Hello. You remember listening to it. You're feeling it. Yes, Liz, honey, all relationships this week, all of them.
You heard her. It came from her mouth. This dark energy is here. And brothers and sisters, what have we been talking about? How the darkness, how the energy is literally accelerating. All right? Every organic energy, every organic being is sick of this virus on the planet. Every one of them is sick of this virus on the planet. All right? See what they're doing, poisoning the waters, poisoning the food, killing off people, doing whatever they want to do, just having fun. All right? And they say it's evil, but it's not evil. It's creating balance. See, what they call evil for us is good. That's the thing about it, because we're looking at something that strengthens us and builds us, and they're looking at something that weakens them and destroys them. All right?
We're going to find out which relationships stay intact. We're going to find out which relationships stay intact, you all. We are. This is horrendous. This is absolutely horrendous. And you think about the scripture, a man's own enemies will be the members of his household. You'll have family members turning against family members. And or you're in your close circle of friends. It's going to be a time of distress, unequal from the beginning of the world, and never to be equaled again. Never to be equaled again. I hope when this...
And I'm reading report after report after report. All species, the original people, all the non-indigenous people. I'm reading report after report after report of how people are turning on each other. Murder-suicide is on all-time high. It's like murder-suicide is literally exceeded like some 200%. All right? And this is all species. So this is happening right now. If you want to call it the end days or whatever you want to call it, this is happening right now.
Energy comes, that it don't stay around. I hope it does whatever, and when that planet Pluto or something flips, let's hope things settle down. I really hope things settle down, because we can't have this energy staying here forever, because it's like being this energy is a suffocating, oppressing, very oppressing, heavy frequency energy. And I'm not going to rule out frequency base. I'm not. This energy has its own frequency, all right. It has its own frequency.
Okay. Pluto is in our solar system, and Pluto is going, the poles of Pluto are flipping right now.
Hold up. Not to kick the hell fuck out Pluto. Coming back with the vengeance. Hold on, let me. Really? Pluto? The one that it doesn't, clean up his house while he's orbiting. And so you kicked him out of the planetary system. I said, how the fuck can scientists do that? Kick a planet out. Kick a planet out. And now you scared of the same motherfucker that you tossed like 20 years ago for no apparent reason. And their reasoning was something like, well, they had never defined a planet before. And now that it has a definition, Pluto just don't fit. And I liked Pluto.
Yeah.
How dare you just kick Pluto out? Now he's a dwarf planet, really? Yeah. Look like he's clearing out some neighborhoods right about now, huh? Yeah. Always making up shit. And that's why you lie.
Yeah.
You lie all the time. And we prove it all the goddamn time. And yet you still lie. We're done with your fucking lies. Stop all that lying. All right? Well, let me just big ups to Pluto for bringing your ass back into the system in the worst way.
Yeah.
But now they fear you. They fear you, Pluto. Somebody, Disney, get ready for Pluto, the movie.
Okay, so I want to reiterate this before we go back into the video.
Yes.
So the reason why you need those coordinates is because they're going to try to guide your mind, body, and soul a certain way. And we don't want that. And that's what they're afraid of, because this big black void, this dark energy is the time to void out all old contracts. You can create your contracts that you might. That's why the ascended beings, all of us have been saying, be mindful of what you manifest.
Oh, yeah.
Be mindful. Be mindful of what you're thinking. Be mindful of what you're manifesting. So that's why we've been putting that out there, because that's that big dark energy is the time to void. Remember I don't know if any of you have ever seen the Dark Crystal, but it was a dark energy called the Nothing. And it was called the Nothing because the mind of man, his imagination had come to an end. So the Nothing was able to take over. So that's when it's time for those of us with a powerful time to write it in, baby.
Yes.
So you sit
get
that breathing and stuff together, and you have your fortitude, your aptitude. You have to have that attitude. You see what I'm saying? You have to have everything with you so you can think beyond the educational boundaries that they've given us, so that we can direct our destiny from this point on. And that's what 2024 is about. Gregorian, but we all know what's about to happen. It ain't no time, it ain't no calendar. That's over.
Yeah.
Salutations, mindful exposures. It's always good to see you. Always. Hey, Mr. Seven Serpents. So yes, this is us taking advantage of the things that might frighten some. We about to step into it and take control of it.
Yeah.
So whenever if you ladies have something to add, yes, please.
We did that piece.
Yeah, I just want to know how you figure those coordinates. I'm ready. Shit. Huh.
Yeah. They're in your head.
I know. I know they are. So I'm gonna have to do some searching within in order to find my coordinates.
And that's why we did
Does
that.
what it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. All right? It doesn't go away. It accelerates. It becomes more evidence of its existence. It doesn't. So this is, they're hoping their hopes are worthless.
Then you have the other stuff. I'm not going to get into that. You got to be prepared on the inside. Remain calm. But Gina, honey, you getting all excited. Remain calm. I'm taking care of that. Pray, meditate, just be on your guard. You are, no matter what. In the spiritual realm and the physical realm, there's no telling what's going to happen because things are already happening. You've seen in the comments, you've just been experiencing it all week long. All week long, people could flip out just like that. 1 minute they're one way and the next minute they're the other way. No, this is not a game. This is not a game. Our very lives are at stake. Our very livelihoods are at stake. I know mine is. I know your all's is. And if mine is and yours is, so guess what? A lot of other people's lives are at stake. Your very lives, your very family structure, your very whatever. This is a great big attack against humanity is what it is. Against humanity. A great big massive spiritual attack that literally is turning into the physical. You just got to be prepared. You got to be aware of what's going on, you all. They've been so nasty. They're nasty all over the place, but not all the people, but it's some of the people. And you have to.
And you see what she said? She said this darkness is here. It was spiritual. Now it's in this physical realm. And it's talking about how humanity is being attacked. Remember, brothers and sisters, we're not humans. We as the original beings, we're not humans. But those who are humans in our realm are being attacked, or I wouldn't say attacked. I would say, because they take it as an attack, I would say more so that balance is being restored. This is why Mother gave you all that last message said, continue to build yourself up, because as you build yourself up, the stronger you become, the stronger nature becomes. Those who are in the shadow realm are now becoming evident in the physical realm. And they're showing themselves in the true nature and the form of who they are. And this is literally something that we have to take in perspective, brothers and sisters.
Why is it just some of the people and not all of the people? Because that is weird. And how do they know? I just had a sharp thing in this ear right here. This is good if I have something in this ear. How do they know? How do these people know that there's going to be intense energy? How do they know that something's going to happen? You got to ask yourself, how do they know? Is this something planned? Is the dark energies planning things? You want to know this is serious. This is really serious. This energy that is out there, it is an oppressive energy. It is an energy that will take over you if you let it. If you let it, it will take over your body and it will control you. It will have you doing things that you do not want to do. It will have you doing things that you do not want to do. You
remember it said in that book, the iniquities of the father will be passed on to the children. The word iniquity means oppression, and they're talking about energy. Okay. All right, you have to remember that book. The Bible is literally not talking about a bunch of people oppressing people. You're talking about energy, and she just said that about how the energy is oppressing, and that is the whole gist of the iniquities of the father. So the oppression from this energy is being passed, is literally going to be passed down until everything has been brought to balance. Okay.
Not give into this energy. It is not of God. It is a dark energy that was let in, that was made to come in here. That's what it is. It's a dark. It's void. It is a void. It is an energy that is void. It's void. It's totally void. It's like a void. There's nothing. It's empty, but yet it's evil. That's what I'm feeling. It's an empty and emptiness, but it's pure evil. It's
Okay, so when she says empty, you got to remember this is hollow energy. All right, when she's talking about it's not God, it's not their God, but it is the energy that belongs in this realm, and everything is building back up, brothers and sisters. This is a hollow energy. And when you talk about hollow, that means it possesses nothing but pure dark energy. It possesses the forces of the cosmos, the universes, the macroverse, the galaxies, the star systems, the energies. It's a hollow energy. They call it evil. Why do they call it evil? Because it destroys them. Anything that destroys something that is inorganic, the inorganic will always call it evil because it is destroying them. All right? Mm-hmm. And they're watching it and they're feeling it and they know what is here, okay?
Pure evil. This, whatever's happening on it's an empty. Don't ask me how it can be empty, but it's pure evil. It's a void. It's a void. It's a dark, dark void. It's so evil, nothing can exist inside of it. That's why it's void.
Goddess Yahsinn, can we pause it there?
You got to be careful, you all, please.
So when I was talking about being in solitude, for some people that's evil for them. It's something about being in the void that literally frightens them. Mm-hmm. Because the point is that you're going to see self in the void. And anything that you encounter, be it fear, be it love, be it joy, be it whatever, it's a reflection of self, and we don't often want to admit that. So when we go into the void, we have to be armored. We have to be able to step into the void because we want the solitude so that we can travel as we properly should in our realm and haven't been, because we've been given coordinates from other beings on how to utilize our realm, and it's not working for us anymore. So the void is for us to step into, meditate into. The goddess who was up here, Esra, she had a panel that I had did a couple of months ago, where we were talking about the pineal gland and how to activate it, and we got as deep as we could go. So one of these things is that when you sit in solitude, away from electrical devices, television, and things like that, and you begin to understand your body, your pineal gland will be activated to its fullest.
Flicker.
We haven't been able to, and you're not just going to activate the pineal gland, you're going to activate the hypothalamus. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that you want to be able to create beyond the imagination that the AI has given us since birth. And that's the thing about being an ascendant being. We want to be able to create beyond the imagination that the AI has, been feeding us since birth, with our emotions, what we should look like, how we should handle situations, what education is, what family is. We've gotten all that programming from an AI. So now is our chance to go into the void, kill all those old dead contracts that have done nothing for us, get the colonization out of there, and step into that solitude and recreate your own contracts. And like I said, you're going to need all of those instructions: the fortitude, the aptitude, the attitude, the magnitude, the altitude, the latitude, we're going to need it all. We're going to need it all.
Yeah.
We're going to need it all because this is going to help us step into self. And self can be with self. That's what it means. We can be with self in the void. Because if this is how people feel about the void, imagine what you really are in your black body radiation. So who been doing their homework?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is real stuff. Yeah. Real force of nature. Real force of nature. Right. I am wisdom. Yes.
Real force.
Yes. Real force. That is something to, oh man. That's amazing.
So Salima just giving you some keys to Remedy H, who I've been listening to since forever, so I know.
And you just put me on.
I know. Yeah, I've been listening to him since forever, and he's always been accurate with his information.
Send him to me, please. I want to. Yeah.
I sent you this video already in Facebook and Messenger.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you ladies want to add anything, please do before we
I just want to say the things.
I just want to say that.
Oh, go ahead, Goddess.
No, I'm just saying that the things that he talked about, and then the way you explained it, Salima, that's what we need to be doing. That's how we need to be moving forward. That's how we're going to separate ourselves and become who we really truly are. And that's how.
Yes.
That's the answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yes. So I'm learning today, but I always do. But I'm learning. I'm learning.
You see, I'm learning because I had to put it out there for our people so we could understand what's really going on when we see some of these people glitching out, or some people embracing what's going on, and some people glitching out and really being afraid they can't accept what they're seeing. And I live with some people like that, so it's like, wow, they are really afraid to step into self, like being with them. They always got their phone, they always got company, they always got something going on. They cannot be in that void with self. It is frightening to them. So yeah.
I'm always laughing at the chat, but there it is. Okay. And so more so than finding you, and then you find you, and then what to do with you, you go autonomous on a journey because you know that it's your fate or your orbit or what you're supposed to be doing, or everybody, there's nobody who is, I know they say there's some NPCs or non-player characters and shit and all of that, but even they are pawns somewhere. And they were not just created.
They still play a part.
Yes.
They still play a part in the overall picture.
Right. And this is the only thing I love about Shakespeare is that everybody is an actor on a stage. Whether you know it or not. Those who know that they are, then they can best manipulate the laws to make sure that they come out winning. Those who don't know that there's some room for mutable laws, universal laws versus the immutable ones, some of you can always still construe them to work for you as long as you stay in the guidelines of the actual principle itself.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all. You got all this playtime to think of how, what you're doing is manifesting, but you're manifesting knowing how to manifest, and not just wishing and hoping something and then praying that work.
Yeah.
No, it's not how it works.
Right. Right.
Nope.
You guide the self. You don't have to wish and hope and pray and all of that. You guide self. But we haven't been given the instructions. And what I have been given before was so vague. It took me years to put this together so I could start moving in a way
Yes.
that really is beneficial, not to just benefit me, but anybody I come in contact with. Always that is one of my manifestations. Let me be a benefit to them also.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our way of, now we can create the contracts, but you have to create strong contracts within the solitude.
Yes.
And you have to have that tight mind, body, soul contract in place. You have to know self.
And I would like to say, because there's a universal to this realm energy that is permeating everything. So even if you don't know you feel something different, it still is. I mean, everybody's getting some of this now. Is the energy friendly to you or not should be the real question. And if it's not, then there you go. You're on your way to change.
Right.
Something's wrong, something's fucked up. Nature's not fucking with it. Clean up fuckery, and it'll change.
Yeah, well, you know something's going on a lot of times. I used to didn't understand that there people would say nature won't fuck with you if you messed up. And I used to be like, what you talking about? I'm like, nature. So I noticed that I got along with nature, but then I would see some people that would harm nature that would disturb me. Like, oh, okay, wow. Now I see why dogs and cats might do certain things, or I start paying attention.
And let me back that up with the sun. The sun is a sustainer of life, and it does that by removing toxins wherever in you. And so if the sun really don't like you, clean up your fuckery.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's going to find it, whether it's in the form of a thought form or you're fucking bully or a thing. You just don't do right thing. You don't treat others like you want to be treated. And you know you don't. And you don't apologize, and you don't clean up shit, and you don't, you burn bridges all the damn time, and you're bad and you're evil and you know it.
Yep.
And you got to go.
Yeah.
So that's what that means. Like, what are we doing when even people aren't looking? Are we still being our loving, authentic self when there's no voyeurism going on? Or are we only loving and authentic when there's some form of voyeurism going on?
See.
Yeah. The sun gonna kick some ass this year. I saw it peaking the other day. Damn, they still blocking out the sun? They still dimming out the sun? All right.
Yeah.
Right. And they don't even know what's going to happen after so much sun radiation gets reflected back to wherever they think they sent it to. But some of them should understand that we know we're in a globe, we're inside a dome.
Right.
We understand how you can control and manipulate things because we do it in our science tests. And as above, so below. If we can take one of these little Christmas ball things and make it snow, or do our own lab experiments in 5th grade and find out that we can make it rain and we can make it snow with the right conditions if it's enclosed, meaning it's controlled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have the ability to manifest what they call manifest destiny, but they've been telling you manifest destiny on paper in this perverse ass sick story. We're going to do manifest destiny deep in the void.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to do manifest destiny in the void that they're afraid to step within to.
The void created by Pluto.
Yeah.
They think that, Pluto They better be nice.
Yep.
They better be nice to all of those deities up there.
Yeah.
You know? You
So
think
yeah,
Saturn don't know? You think Saturn, Satan, Santa, you think they don't know?
Oh, they know. Yeah.
so yeah, this was just me. I wanted to make this a part of our, the keys to, successful, success when it comes to our health, our spiritual, soulful health, and our mind and body wealth, because that's out there, but nobody had the answers. And that's why I say I am not going to ever sit up here and be like, oh, I just do up my videos and that's it. No, I'm studying. Let me tell you something. I watch all these people because everybody got a piece of the puzzle. I'm just what they call a pattern master. I take all the information, put it together in a useful way so that everybody can utilize it. Now you can utilize it. Now you have clear fucking instructions.
Yes.
But you still got studying to do. It ain't my job to give you all the fucking answers.
That's right. And then I see her light and I say, can I put you on my platform for, the people that I know that need some light?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always going to work out. And then Char showed up.
So I want to take y'all back to the video I did, not this last video from last night, but the video before when I was doing the shadow work. We have to do that shadow work. In that video, I talked about my honest things that I was going through in my life. I talked about my relationship with myself, with my family, how I want to maneuver into the future. So, and holding myself accountable too for some of the relationships that might be together or might still have a chance or might not be anymore. I have to hold myself accountable. So this is me doing the shadow work so I can step into the void without fear, without a tether, without a weight around me that I haven't settled my accounts, so to speak, my emotional accounts, my physical accounts, my spiritual, soulful accounts. You see what I'm saying? So this is us when you doing that shadow work so you can clear them accounts so that you can step into the void and get into the next part of the ascension that we want to go to. But we need the knowledge so that we can create the discipline to get it done. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just, this is the best thing I've ever heard. The best.
Real? Is this the video you're talking about, Salima?
No, you and I, we were together and we were talking about the shadow work, because that's the black sun.
Can you still see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Go back up some. Go back up some more.
Master teachings. That.
Yeah, that's it. We were talking about doing the shadow work. Like this lady is over here looking for. So, and I would, and then after all of that, I realized I needed other goals, and then that I wasn't, even though I was taking care of my family. And when I say family, not just the children's father, my children, I mean all my family, my mother, everybody, nieces and nephews. I like taking care of family. I still needed to find my life's path, and that was not my life's path. That is not my life's path. Family will always be taken care of along my life's path, but that is not my life's path. So when we talk about being connected to self, are we ready to deal with the things that we're going to put out into this realm that other people are not ever going to agree with? Am I going to be okay with somebody saying, hey, you put this out, I don't like that because I've done it? Or am I going to be okay with people? And I do get that. Like one of the topics that came up not too long ago was abortion. And somebody was like, well, I know somebody sees the realm. I said, oh, no, baby, I believe in abortion. I've had 5 kids. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. No man and no woman gets to tell another woman to do with her body. And I mean that with all my heart. What was going on with the realm and how the mothers are being treated in this realm, no way I would sentence a woman to being a mother in this realm at this time and day. No way. No woman, I don't care if you enjoy being a mother, you don't get to control another woman's right to say, I don't want children or I do want children. And no man has a right to trick, coerce, or anything else to women to have children, to do whatever you think you want to do. Children are the legacy. What I'm doing, what I'm teaching, that's fucking legacy. My children don't even believe. They think I'm cuckoo. Get out of here. What I'm doing. Goddess, please stop this video.
Okay. Listen. Y'all already know that y'all gonna have plenty of time to go back and watch all of our videos. Y'all don't have plenty of time, but y'all are gonna have some time. And we serious. Me and Salima are gonna be doing other things. We're always gonna get together and you know, crack your head some more, along with the goddess Char, but it ain't gonna be nothing scheduled. It's gonna be so random that you know, if y'all want us back, y'all know what to do. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna go explore other things and see if we can avoid getting a job.
Yeah.
And so this is us putting into play. In this video, we were talking about some of the shadow work that I had did and that I have been doing over the years to prepare me for where I am now. Okay, because I wanted that which I seek in me. I wanted knowledge of the truth. And often we don't know what that road looks like to get to where we want to be. We think it's going to be glamorous or look like what other people have accomplished in their lives, and it's not. My role has been totally different from what other people, and I love it because I've had the freedom to go out into the world and really experience the things that I'm talking, to be able to live what you're talking about. That is the greatest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing greater. So, and I try to teach that to my children. Like, I don't have to approve of what you want to do with your life. Go live your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are times when we are called and we didn't know what. I didn't know I was going to be this way at 20 and 21 having fun. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what we're going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do step into our authentic self, like I used to think I was a procrastinator, but then I realized I'm not procrastinating. Like I'm waiting on a message from source to move me, to say, okay, it's time to go this way. It's time, like, and it's my internal clock to move, to do things.
Right.
It's the best way I can explain it.
That's it.
Right. And for those of you who are just now starting to dig into the self, understand that if you're not having fun, if you're not seeing how big this thing is, how big it is for real, you're not doing it right. Make some changes immediately, and so that you'll know, because you'll feel good.
Yes.
If you're not feeling good, change some things around in your mind and in reality.
Yes.
Basically, move some shit around. If you're stuck in a bad relationship and you cry all the hell fuck time, get out.
Time to go.
Yeah, you need your whole life to study you. Trust me. There's a lot to us, way more than you could ever imagine. Get in a place on YouTube or wherever where you get eureka moments often, and stay with that flow and grow
and go study.
Right. Yes.
Go study.
Always study.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you ladies want to add anything more. I want to finish out the video and then we can get back to the keys of great health.
You want to finish out the videos with Remedy H?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
This is the truth. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's the truth.
Yeah, you feel it. Truth
Yeah.
has a frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Frequency involved.
Yes. Yes. Definitely a frequency.
Yep. Yep. And even coming close to the frequency, anywhere near the truth frequency, that's pure light.
Yes, it is.
It's light. For sure it is.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Show the fuck up. The teacher will show the fuck up automatically.
Automatically.
Gratitude, goddess. Gratitude. I
Yes.
love you, ladies. You know I love you.
Yes, yes, we love you too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start the video up in a sec.
Okay.
Take your time. I think we chilling. We gonna roll with it. But yes, I love this. This is beautiful.
Yes.
Can y'all see it? No. Okay. All right, let me get my shit together.
Okay.
Y'all can Salima, you want to tell the audience anything? You got any kind of announcements? You got
Yes.
Update. You want to update some stuff?
Yes, please. Speaking of Manifest a Destiny, as I said before, my applications for the Indigenous Women's Project will be ready in March. The applications will be a two-way application. One part of the application is you asking for services, where you're located, and if we can work out something to reach you. And I'm there to help all small farmers who are there to grow for their community and feed their communities, usually for free or very little to donations and things like that. So that's what the Indigenous Women's Project is about, helping the small farmers throughout the indigenous urban communities, helping them gain better knowledge about how to run their farms and gardens, what to grow, how to do garden to table or farm to table demonstrations, where I do live demonstrations on Facebook and YouTube, cooking the food that I pick, season, and we throw down on that. The last one I did should be on my Instagram and Facebook too, where I did potatoes, sweet hot water cornbread, and greens. So that was a real and I'll be vetting to make sure that your farm can house me, because I don't want to be in anyone's home if I can help it. I really want to be in the open air on the farm in my tent where I'm comfortable. I can get up and have a daily routine where I'm getting up and getting it together and getting the farm. So this year I was able to cultivate a few things. Like I said, I am a skilled laborer. I know how to build water catchment systems. Let's get it together, y'all. I know how to put down rain drips, and I know how to build hoop houses. Yep. We can do it. So that is the program. Look for those applications. I'll be putting that out, and the goddess will have them in Yahsinn University in March, because March will be right before the growing season, and that'll be the time for us to start vetting each other to find out if it's a good program, a good fit for growers. And we there. I'll be there.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That is what's up. Definitely what's up. And so I'm gonna put the link in the chat box for my channel. And because Salima got a year's worth of this stuff on my channel. That's right, barbecue. This is for you.
Gratitude, barbecue. It's always good to see you.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
Yep. Go in there and study what everything Salima said. Look it up.
Yep.
And that's why I tell people you're going to have to go back and watch my previous videos, because Latin is going to play a big part. You can't use legalese and English in a lot of the, when you're trying to ascend, you're going to have to go back to Latin. You ain't going to have no choice.
That's right.
Because you're going to have to simplify the language, because you'll find after a while legalese and English don't fit what you're trying to manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just gonna keep coming up with spells and curses.
Yep. You don't want that. Yep. Gratitude.
Yes, absolutely. So let me you see it's already ready. Let's go. Is it not seeing?
He still froze. He ain't
I want
moving
to go
yet.
back there.
Yeah. He's not moving.
But is that the right one, right?
Yeah, look like the same one.
Okay. Gotcha. There's two that was open.
And this is literally something that we have to take in perspective, brothers and sisters.
Why is it just some of the people and not all of the people? Because that is weird. And how do they know? I just had a sharp thing in this ear right here. I have something in this ear. How do they know? How do these people know that there's going to be intense energy? How do they know that something's going to happen? You got to ask yourself, how do they know? Is this something planned? Is the dark energies planning things? You want to know? This is serious. This is really serious. This energy that is out there, it is an oppressive energy. It is an energy that will take over you if you let it. If you let it, it will take over your body and it will control you. It will have you doing things that you do not want to do. It will have you doing things that you do not want to do. You
remember it said in that book, the iniquities of the father will be passed on to the children. The word iniquity means oppression, and they're talking about energy. All right, you have to remember that book, the Bible, is literally not talking about a bunch of people oppressing people. You're talking about energy, and she just said that about how the energy is oppressing, and that is the whole gist of the iniquities of the father. So the oppression from this energy is being passed, is literally going to be passed down until everything has been brought to balance. Okay.
not give in to this energy. It is not of God. It is a dark energy that was let in, that was made to come in here. That's what it is. It's a dark. It does no, it's void. It is a void. It is an energy that is void. It's void. It's totally void. It's like the void. There's nothing. It's empty, but yet it's evil. That's what I'm feeling. It's an emptiness, but it's pure evil. It's
okay. So when she says empty, you got to remember this is hollow energy. All right. When she's talking about it's not God. It's not their God, but it is the energy that belongs in this realm, and everything is building back up, brothers and sisters. This is a hollow energy. And when you talk about hollow, that means it possesses nothing but pure dark energy. It possesses the forces of the cosmos, the universes, the macroverse, the galaxies, the star systems, the energies. It's a hollow energy. They call it evil. Why do they call it evil? Because it destroys them. Anything that destroys something that is inorganic, the inorganic will always call it evil because it is destroying them. All right? And they're watching it, and they're feeling it, and they know what is here, okay?
pure evil. This whatever's happening on it's an empty. Don't ask me how it can be empty, but it's pure evil. It's a void. It's a void. It's a dark, dark void. It's so evil, nothing can exist inside of it. That's why it's void. You got to be careful, you all, please. I'm being careful too. I'm being very careful. We got to pray. We got to pray.
All right, so you talk about this hollow energy. This energy is so powerful that nothing that is of low energy in the physical realm can exist within it. And this is why it's important for you brothers and sisters to understand that you must be on a higher frequency in order to engage in such powerful energy. What do we say? Your heart has to be light as a feather, all right? And your soul has to be hollow, a hollow soul, no baggage. You understand this? This is what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. And this energy is destroying everything that's inorganic. And you have the original beings who are living whatever life. This energy is creating balance as well with them.
It's this, because our prayers do matter, because this is spiritual. This is spiritual. We don't want to see good people go bad. We don't want to see our loved ones, our friends, our family members turn. We do not want to see that, you all. We don't. This is, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable the power that is out there. It's oppressive. It's deceptive. It's void of any humanness whatsoever. Totally void. It's vengeful. It's merciless. It's all the bad stuff packed into one, while it's still a big void. Big void.
What do we tell you all? Show no mercy to those non-indigenous beings who show no mercy, from the swaddling to the elderly. These are her words. It's not my words. It's her words. She says merciless. It's a void. It's hollow energy. All right? She says it has nothing to do with humanity. Humans can't exist in it. Only those who are full of the power, who are indigenous, can exist in such powerful energy. And this is why it's important for you to be balanced, brothers and sisters. Your balance is extremely important. You understand that?
Void. Evil void. There's no conscience. It hasn't got a conscience. This energy out there doesn't have a conscience at all. That's why it's empty. That's why it's void. Jenny, you're talking all spiritual. No. There is something happening, and it's getting bad. It's getting really bad, and tomorrow is the 20th, and it's really going to get really ramped up. You got to be prepared on the inside of here. You've got to. Because if you're not aware of what's coming, how can you prepare on the inside or even in the physical world? If you don't know what's coming, you can't prepare. You can't. You're going to make it. Otherwise, you wouldn't go through it. If he brought you to it, he'll see you through it. So you're going to make it. You're going to make it.
All right. She giving pep talk or whatever, but she letting you know this is all spiritual energy. All right. This ain't no joke, brothers and sisters. What did the last man said? In the next 3 days, watch what happened in the next 3 days. Watch what happened in the next 3 days. This is some serious shit that we dealing with. This ain't no play toy. This ain't nothing to play around with. And brothers and sisters still toiling, talking about, I can't talk to Remedy H because he don't like Rashad Jamal. I can't deal with Remedy H because he don't like Isis Wisdom and all that. Y'all better get y'all shit together, because this shit right here that you dealing with is on a whole nother level. And this energy doesn't care if you're indigenous or not. This energy only sees balance. That's what it sees. Balance. All right. I just passed this on to y'all so y'all can understand what the hell is going on. I didn't want it to come from my mouth. It came from somebody else's mouth. All right. I'll catch you guys later. All right. I'll catch you guys later.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all of the videos that we've done have been building up to this point. This is us. All my prior videos are getting us together with our language to decolonize our minds, so we can be in a proper state of being, to step into the void, cut, destroy all old contracts, create your own new contracts as you see fit. But you got to create the discipline to step out there, baby, and we ain't ready yet. And that's what I've been teaching. This the stuff our people need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to take you off the chessboard, out the political realm.
There's the link to the video that we watched right there in the chat box.
For Remedy H. Yeah, that Bob is powerful. A lot of his knowledge he give up.
That is definitely powerful. That explains that search for that balance in my own paintings.
And everything.
Like, everything. And the food. Yes.
This is what, okay, in your body. Yes. Homeostasis is what it's called.
Yeah.
The cells are forever looking for that balance. They call it homeostasis.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what'll kill you. If it don't find that, you will die.
Yeah.
So these are the coordinates for us to start finding ourselves, getting in contact with parts of the realm that's been calling out to us that we have been afraid to, we should be in a flow state, because we don't want to just be part of their cycle, because this is their cycle. One group up, one group down. It's always got to be somebody suffering. We don't want that cycle no more. We about to break the generational curse, and the generational curse is being part of the system that keeps us stuck in this system. So we got new coordinates, we got new instructions.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's right. There's some new rulers on this earth. Some new.
I like Naleki said, abracadabra, baby.
Yes.
Abracadabra. Yeah, imagine like moving like through Harry Potter.
Yes.
Where you can phase in and phase out from one part of the realm to another, all because now you know how to move your temple. Bam. The first temple. Yeah.
And I think, the babies that come out now aren't hindered like we are, and have actually a lot more freedom of mind consciousness than we do.
Oh yeah, they do.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you remember 5 years ago, and you're 5? That's the kind of questions I find myself asking them. How do you know that? How could you know that? You're only 5.
Yes.
And they tell you, they looking dead in your face like, I remember when I was a baby, and you looking at them like, baby, you is a baby.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember when, and they mean that. They mean that.
I think at a certain age set is when the machine really grabs them. But up until then, they've got some good stuff going on there.
Oh yeah.
They should bottle it or something, or
Yes.
So if we can start giving them these instructions on how to utilize their mind before the rest of the realm gets hold of them,
right,
they will be some bad mofos. Imagine our children that can go throughout the realm without cars, without airplanes, because airplanes, like I said, are painful portals.
Right.
I haven't been one since I was a young person.
Right. They need all that stuff to travel.
Man-made portals, but we have our own, and we have not had the keys of knowledge on how to utilize them. We behind, but we are exactly where we're supposed to be.
Exactly.
No shoulda, woulda, coulda. It is now what it is, what it's supposed to be. Let's do the homework. Let's get the discipline. Let's get to it. Because guess what? I won't get mad if somebody come up here and say, oh, that was wrong. No, expound on it. Expound
Yeah.
on why it was wrong, why it can't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
To make it better so that it does work. Because with other people, we can't go circular. I can't go circular in the knowledge. I can't be that desperate. If true freedom is what we're seeking, I can't give my people circular knowledge. That shit is over. You won't have me out here talking about, oh, Salima, she was part. No. We doing qigong up in here. We doing the flow state.
There you go.
We doing the flow state. We ain't got time for the circles.
Yes. No business.
So while we are teaching the children, they are also teaching us.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, teaching is always a two-way. We've discussed this on previous videos that the children are more often than not turn out to be our teachers. I learned that as a homeschooler, loving my babies and like just talking to them, get my mind blown, just talking to children like, wow.
And they do come up with some remarkable concepts that you've never heard before. That's if they're not limited.
Right.
But the rest of us.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen to the children, please.
Mm-hmm.
So remember I said in one video, all the children all over the realm, no matter who they are, no matter what ethnicity, they all know that they can fly.
Yes.
But somebody took their coordinates from them. Why? You ever see Justice League kids? They off the chain, boy. They tear some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Give them their powers.
And I've been wrote a poem about that. Exactly that. Just that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's called I Wonder If. You can actually go on my channel and look it up. I Wonder If. I think I made a rap about it and just poetry. But yeah, somebody told me I couldn't fly.
Yeah, and you believed them
all my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to change the program. Time to change the contracts. It's time to change your own contracts.
Yes, create your own.
Exactly right.
So this is the curriculum that people are going to find inside of Yahsinn University, because for everything that we've shown, there is a ton of stuff sitting inside of Yahsinn University that they have yet to see.
Mm-hmm.
More presentations that we've put together. Some more of our poetry. I've written some small books, pamphlets that they can come in, get the knowledge. So
right. Right, and we're actually like phasing this YouTube part out. So one day you gotta go to Yahsinn's house, and it's not gonna be there. It'll have moved to Yahsinn University.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Come
not
and get
done, just moved.
Come and get this knowledge. Come and get this authentic, factual knowledge. And I tell everybody all the time, don't just listen to me, study. They see me up here all the time with my 1973 dictionary, Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. You see me with my science dictionary. You see me studying. I am not just spouting. This stuff is here right in front of you, but we don't know how to disseminate the information. We don't know how to disseminate the knowledge.
Right.
Because we've been using school books, but the original books were right here in front of us. We just didn't know what it was.
Right. And now we understand that we are the book. Thanks to Salima.
Are the book.
Library. We're the library. We're the book.
Library.
Yeah.
Because I know I've got stories to tell. Stories to write, stories to read.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy for the rest of my life. Thank you.
I know I'm going to be busy with this, man. I'm going to have to go off in nature in a little bit and find somewhere to just go release all this extra energy.
Oh,
yeah. Go and talk to my tree.
Yeah.
So
to the chat and the family, we're not going nowhere, but I hope you really enjoyed this knowledge that we sharing with the tribe today. Please hit the Cash App. Please hit Sherry Berry's iCloud. Please hit the Goddess Yahsinn's Cash App. This is powerful knowledge we giving out today. We do not have time to play. That's
What
all
time?
we do is come to kick the real, authentic truth to y'all. Last night was a beautiful headbanger. Thank all the tribe that came through last night. We love you. Gratitude, and we are thankful and grateful for everybody that came in tonight. So hit that like, that share, and subscribe button, please. Yes, yes, yes. Because
Yes.
we know we're giving up the knowledge and we're sharing who the real teachers of the realm are. And you don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to agree with nothing. Nobody said everything. But these people do have some gems that you really need to be paying attention to. We don't know how to read between the lines of the knowledge we've been given.
Right.
It's true.
Right.
Very
And
true.
Charbet, do you write poetry?
I have in the past. I have, yes. So
Got anything you'd like to share?
I don't have any. I
Salima
threw it out.
usually
So
have a rhyme in the sleeve.
Let's see. I'd have to create some new.
Okay.
So, yeah, but on my page I did create quite a bit of poetry. So, but somewhere in there, I don't know where to find it. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna if Salima don't want to pull one from her sleeve, I'm gonna just read this poetry called "Where's My Time?" Me. Like we often share ourselves so much that we don't get enough me time.
Me too.
So I wrote this a long time ago when I noticed that I was being, spread too far. And so this is my own personal thoughts on things, of course. So I have so many roles, it's a wonder how I sleep. I'm the doctor, the lawyer, and Indian chief, a wife and mother, so I must teach. I'm the judge and spoiler, and I often preach. I have to constantly think or my brain will shut down because if I sink, the whole house will drown. If I take a day off, who will take my place? I cook dinner, take out the trash, and I bring home the steak. I get the kids off to school and wash their clothes. I keep the house nice and warm so you don't catch a cold. I go to work and pay bills and go shopping for dinner, pick up the kids, go to their games, and make sure that they're winning. I feed the dog, check the calls, clean the kitchen and all, run the baths and say prayers, then head down the hall to fill the one last role that puts me to sleep. But I never find time to spend with me. So that one last role, that's when I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's how my mind worked 20 years ago.
Gratitude, goddess. That was beautiful. I love your poetry.
I like to be light and entertaining most times, and then sometimes I have to clobber you.
That was beautiful. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Charbet. Thank you, Salima. And with that being said, and with that being read, what's going to happen, Salima?
We out, y'all. Y'all give us our love. We love y'all. Gratitude for coming tonight and sharing in the knowledge. Subscribe. Look up that video for Remedy H. He has some other great. He talks, like I said, about black radiation, Planck energy. Let's go out and learn. Get some discipline about studying, getting our minds strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was to Nalik Sabado. He wanted us to do a nice church dance on our way out. So I read him a poem instead. Well, peace and love to everybody in chat. Y'all great. All right. We might sneak up on you one day. Who knows? You may get a notification or not.
As always, appreciate you too.
Yeah.
Gratitude, guys.
In all of reality, y'all know how to get us back. See y'all. Peace.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Yeah.